Alright, this is going to be fun. I'm back in Miami, of course. So I check my IG and I see Funk Flex posted this on his IG, right? He posted this, talking about Dame Dash. You know, I'm making more money than Dame Dash. Dame Dash ain't making boss moves, but I got more money. Yada, 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 right? Easily debunkable. Easily debunkable. So, I'm gonna break this shit all the way down, family. This Dame Dash versus Funk Flex shit, right? Simply put, Funk Flex, you're an employee. You're a happy, coon, lucky employee. This is your boss, bruh. This is your boss, the CEO of your company, Hot 97, MS Communications. This is why you're so happy working for the same goddamn company without getting any kind of promotion for years. You worked there for what, 20 plus years? And getting paid by this white man? Right? You happy with that, bruh. You happy being a happy, and guess what? You happy making that money at Hot 97, being a goddamn DJ and a gossip columnist, talking about shit, talking about other people, what you love to do. And Dame Dash clearly proved that in his response to you on his latest video on his YouTube page, which I checked out. Funk Flex is a 50-something-year-old man that has the mind of a juvenile child. Those are facts. I mean, this dude is 50-something years old doing tactics that children, that teenagers would do. He has an adolescent mind frame. It's like he's living out his fantasies as this DJ because he was so suppressed as a child in his upbringing. Remember, the way you were raised and your upbringing tells you a lot as you get older. It molds and shapes you as you get into adulthood. And so somebody who's 50-something years old doing these tactics, talking about, well, look, Dame Dash, I got more money than you. My net worth is more. The celebrity net worth thing is complete garbage. It's complete and it's always inaccurate. All right. Dame Dash has been independent for years. He does not depend on the dominant white society for any resources. He's always talking about cutting the middleman out, which is the white man, and going directly to the source. Right? Which is why he was able to give somebody like Lee Daniels millions of dollars without any middleman. And Lee Daniels paid him back, or supposed to pay him back, you know, upwards of $3 million plus interest, if I'm not mistaken. But it was a lot of money that Dame Dash loaned Lee Daniels. And he's been doing that for years, giving out, you know, giving out money and investments to black people, black businesses, because he sees something in them and he wants them to succeed. Right? Obviously, you know, we all know the history of Dame Dash, you know, one of the co-founders of Rockefeller Records, responsible for the career growth of Jay-Z. If it wasn't for Dame Dash, there would be no Jay-Z. Those are the straight facts. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. So for Funk Flex to sit here and diminish and criticize Dame Dash doing boss moves, making boss decisions, and coming up with the tactic, this is a red herring, man. What he did is a red herring tactic. It's a diversion tactic. Look, my net worth is more than you. You're getting paid by a white man named Jeff, who owns Hot 97 with his company, MS Communications. You be getting paid. You're happy to get paid by a white man for years. You're happy to get paid by a white man for years. And you see, the problem is, family, is that he loves to defend white people because he's satisfied with his checks from white people. Guys like Jeff defending guys like Lear Cohen, aka Liar Cohen. Talking about, well, you know, it's easy to dismiss a Jewish guy because he's relevant in making money, but you're not relevant in making money. See, the problem is that when you're a guy like Dame Dash who's been independent for years, and you don't depend on the dominant white society for any resources, you're going to take hella losses. Hella losses. So this celebrity net worth thing is complete garbage. And I don't like counting people's pockets at all. But I can guarantee you that that Dame Dash is worth way more than $2 million. More than likely worth way more than $14 million. Because celebrity net worth, they're going off assets, and they're going off of who you get paid by. You see, they can't trace who Dame Dash is getting paid by because everything he's due is completely on his own, completely independent. He basically pays himself. He's his own boss. And they can't trace any white organizations, any white people, any white conglomerates that pays him because he pays himself. When he makes his movies, when he does any kind of thing on social media that he invests himself in, that he invests his own dollars in, he doesn't depend on any middleman, any dominant white society, business or resource for anything. He goes direct to consumer, is what he always talks about. I have the audiobook Coach of Voices, so I listen to that thing all the time. So I know what time it is with Dame Dash. So this celebrity net worth thing that Funk Flex is talking about, complete garbage, is a red herring. And this further proves that Funk Flex is a 50-something-year-old black dude with the mind of an adolescent child that's happy to be what Dame Dash calls a happy, they call him a chatty patty cash register. That's what he is, a damn cash register doing the same job for years without getting any kind of promotion. Any kind of promotion. And again, you're accepting checks from a white man for years. You're defending white people. You've been defending white people for years. When you accept money from the dominant white society for years, that means you're defending them. And the fact that you publicly defended Lear Cohen, aka Liar Cohen, for accusing Dame Dash of calling Lear Cohen a culture vulture, which is 100% facts. Remember, I always break this shit down, family. These so-called Jewish people in the music industry. And I told you about the guy named Jerry Wexler, who coined the phrase R&B. If it wasn't for Jerry Wexler, charting organizations like Billboard wouldn't chart R&B and hip-hop into the same genre. We all know history. We all know historically that R&B and hip-hop are two completely different genres. Now today, it's basically the same goddamn thing because you got rappers that want to sing and singers that want to rap. So you really can't tell the difference of true R&B. But we all know true R&B is not the way it sounds today. But my point is that a guy named Jerry Wexler, who is a so-called Jewish guy, he coined the phrase R&B. Okay? Before that, it was called race records. Black music back in the days was called race records. Then he changed the phrase from race records to R&B. So now you have R&B and hip-hop charting on Billboard. And it first charted in 1999 within the same genre, R&B and hip-hop. Right? So you have R&B and hip-hop in the same genre being charted. Jerry Wexler, other than coining the phrase R&B, who's a so-called Jew, right? You basically created a genre or coined a genre. Has any other black artist benefited from Jerry Wexler? Has Jerry Wexler put any black artists in positions of power? Created opportunities for black artists after he coined the phrase R&B? Absolutely. That was a rhetorical question. Absolutely not. Same thing with Lear, aka Liar Cohen. You see, the dominant white society and white supremacy is all about the first law of nature, self-preservation. You do what's natural. You protect your own. These so-called Jewish folks in the music industry, they protect their own first. They don't give a goddamn about black society. We all know that. And so for a goddamn guy like Funk Flex to continue to accept and defend white people shows how much of a coon he is. So far gone he is. He never wanted to smoke from anybody. All he does is bark on social media, like he's barking with Dame Dash on social media, refuses to give Dame Dash an interview, but wants to go ahead and you know, do these damn Funk Flex freestyles, which I might add, we should just definitely boycott Hot 97 and Funk Flex, point blank and period. And Hot 97 lately has been putting out straight garbage interviews. You know, Ebro disrespecting Kodak Black by talking about, you know, his case, his alleged rape case, I believe, in that interview. Completely disrespectful, especially for somebody of Ebro not to debrief a guy who's in that kind of case before the interview. He was never debriefed on asking that question. He just straight up asked that question. He felt uncomfortable and left the interview. Completely unprofessional. So that, with the fact that even before that, with Funk Flex, right? When he had his situations with Kid Capri, right? Kid Capri and Funk Flex had some issues earlier in the year, and Funk Flex was talking shit about Kid Capri, talking about he's past his prime, yada yada yada. Kid Capri was like, okay, well, let's go, let's do a battle, let's battle it out. Kid Capri went on IG several times, not only talking about let's battle, but actually did several hours of DJ sessions, right? Showing his skills as one of the greatest DJs of all time. Funk Flex did not want no smoke. All he does is bark with no bite. All he is a 50-something-year-old man with the mind of an adolescent child. Right? So this dude, he's so far gone with his Stockholm syndrome and his cognitive dissonance, right? That you can't even, it's not even, it's to a point where Funk Flex, man, it's basically time for you to disappear, man. And the flip side of that, for us, family, we need to boycott Hot 97, point blank and simple. Boycott Hot 97. You know, the parent company is Image Communications. You know, put the pressure on that, and we sign some petitions, you know what I'm saying, and get Hot 97 the fuck out of there. Hot 97 is a goddamn, it's just a fucking waste. Complete waste of old ass, out of touch DJs and so-called personalities on that side that are has-been, that are out of touch. They don't know what the fuck they talking about. They are all bark, no bite. That's with Ebro. That's with Funk Flex. Even old ass Angie Martinez. All them niggas over there in Hot 97 are old and out of touch. And Hot 97 needs to be removed from hip-hop society. Point blank and simple. It's just that simple, man. So, yeah, man. You know, Funk Flex, he's a so far gone coon. You know, one of the coon code authors. Because again, like I talk about, you know, when they say black people don't follow a code, the only, and like I say, when I say the only code that black people follow is the coon code. That's what I mean by, you know, the author of the coon code. And that's what Funk Flex. That's what Funk Flex is. He's a coon code author. He's too far gone with his mental disorders. You know, Stockholm syndrome, cognitive dissonance, all that shit. Defending white people left and right, accepting paychecks from his white boss, Jeff, and happen to be a happy Negro coon employee doing the same goddamn job with no promotion for over 20 goddamn years. All them niggas at Hot 97, straight trash. Get them niggas all the way the fuck out of here. All the way the fuck out of here, man. Straight up. So this is a continuance of Funk Flex continuing to talk shit without confronting the source of who you're talking shit to. He didn't want no smoke with Kid Capri, and he certainly don't want no smoke with no goddamn Dame Dash. And that tactic you talking about, you got $14 million, all that goddamn money you supposed to be have is from this white man right here. And I don't believe he's worth no goddamn $14 million. But this is Funk Flex's boss right here. Over 20 years getting paychecks written by this dude right here. While Dame Dash has been putting in work independently for years, since the inception of Rockefeller Records. Everything he did after that was a partnership. You know what I'm saying? It was a